Hi, everyone. My name is Shantae Guidry,
And I'm Grace Martin.
and today we're going to be showing everyone what we went over in week 6 and what we're working on continuing into week 7. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I'm first going to go over just to kind of show you what I started with. To begin with, I'm doing a Lumio presentation, and this is something that I'm a little bit familiar with, and I'm kind of going over it. I'm using it to present this lesson. I don't know if you all can see, but I have two separate windows open because one of the windows is the teacher view and the other one is the student view. So anytime I come over here, it'll let the students know you're now seeing the same page as your teacher. I can have it as student-led or teacher-led, or I can have it as student-led. And when I have it as student-led, it shows the students that they can go to any page in the lesson on their own pace. So first off, it starts with the introduction and has my topic, and embedded into each of the slides, I do have different links. So initially, I did use ChatGPT to just kind of give me a outlook or an outline of a sample lesson plan for 8th grade math slope and y-intercept form, and it kind of gave me the layouts. But this is just one lesson, and it's geared towards a 60-minute class. And so what it did is it broke the class down into different sections. So I have 10 minutes for the intro, 15 minutes for the direct instruction, 15 for guided practice, 10 minutes for independent practice, and then also 10 for closing and reflection. And so as I went through, I asked ChatGPT to kind of give me some discussion questions for the particular topic, and it gave me the focus questions, the discussions to have with the students, a different interactive visual. And as students go through here, they have a Desmos calculator. The link, I'm going to add the link into here, and they'll be able to go directly to the calculator and put this equation in, and it'll show them the line. Here's some reflection questions. I also asked ChatGPT to prompt these, and it also asks those higher order thinking questions just to kind of get the students' brains going. And then here's the direct instruction portion. I go over the slope formula with them, y-intercept, just kind of showing them. And then I also asked ChatGPT to create a graph, and it created this graph for me. And here are the examples of slope and the y-intercept. I have here where I actually asked ChatGTP to create different questions. Matching game, multiple choice questions. This one is the example of the matching game. And so I push start, and it's just students will match the number of players, and then they'll just go and play the matching memory game. But it generated the equations for me, and then also the answer, and it gave me the answer key, and I just plugged them into the Lumio presentation. And then here, independent practice questions. ChatGTP helped me create a quiz. Well, it's not a quiz. This is the quiz. Guided independent practice questions. The matching was the guided practice. We kind of went through those together as a class. What is slope and y-intercept? They have to answer these questions. This is a quiz that was also created using ChatGTP. And then also the students this is also in their Google Classroom as an assignment. So they can go to the Google Classroom, or they can just do this as they go along with the Lumio presentation. And then here in closing and reflections, I'm using a Padlet to have students write a brief 1 to 2 sentence on how they might use slope and y-intercept in the real world situation. And then when they click the Padlet, this is the question that ChatGPT created for me when I asked it to give me some high order thinking questions and short answer questions to slope and y-intercept. And that's what I worked on this week. I'm hoping to add additional links to it as well. So that way it'll take the students directly to where they need to go. And that is me this week.
Perfect. I'm going to share my screen now. And see. Okay, so this week then I did a lot of brainstorming and playing around with different apps that I could include in my project. So my project is going to be over food chains. I wanted to do game-based learning for a lesson over food chain slash ecosystems. When I first started, then I was thinking maybe doing high school, but as I went through it a little bit more, then I realized that to align with the TEKS, then I was going to need to base it around more of an elementary school level. So these are just the days that I did, and then going into some of the stuff. So I used quizzes to create a quiz for students to learn about the ecosystems like decomposers. And then they can just go through quizzes and it gives them the correct answer after they select one if they select it wrong. I also used Goose Chase. So it is a engaging lesson for students to follow. So the mission is solve the mystery of ecosystem imbalance. And so some of the things that they have to do to get points, the first one they have to do is team spirit. So just to get them started, getting familiar with the app, then for 50 points, then they get together with their group, they write down their names, take a picture and upload it. A lot of Goose Chase is going to be uploading photos or doing small assignments. So the first mission, then I have them taking a picture of an ecosystem in their local community and labeling their components for 100 points. For 150 points, then they record a 30-second video explaining the effects of pollution on a water-based ecosystem. And then 200 points, then they solve a digital jigsaw puzzle depicting an ecosystem. And to complete the mission, they add a screenshot of the completed puzzle. And then for the quiz, then they answer a multiple choice question about food chains. And then for their very last challenge, then they have to draw or digitally design a solution to address deforestation. And then they upload their design with a short explanation. So to kind of show what that looks like on iPhone, I downloaded the app and started playing around with it. So this is what students will see. They'll see how long it's open for, the learning goals, and then they join a team whenever they get on. So the free version only allows you to have 3 teams, so students would have to choose between that. But if you pay for it, then it allows you to do a little bit more. And this is what the missions look like on the inside. So it has a link where they can do the mission. They just upload a photo and gives them all of that, the directions that they need. On the inside of some of these missions too, like for example, the puzzle mission, then there is a link that takes them directly to the puzzle that they have to complete because this is opened up as what everyone else can see if they're not logged in, then it doesn't show it on the main page. But this is what the puzzle looks like. Then I used one of the I believe I used Gemini to generate a photo of a desert. So students can do a puzzle with all of the desert stuff. And then once they're finished, then they'll take a screenshot and then upload it to Goose Chase. I also wanted to make a lesson plan over everything that they'll be doing. So it's just a template that I found on Canva. It's food chains, week at a glance. I'm going to add in the TEKS and then go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and include the TEKS that they have to acknowledge when they're doing these lessons. And so for the activities, then I have what they'll be doing. And then I also put that they have to make a copy in order to do it. So they'll be labeling parts of a food chain. And so I did an interactive Google Slides for it. So students will just take the different things and put them where they think that they should go. It's just a drag and drop. And then the second slide, then I have the answer key just so that they can make sure that they're doing it correctly. The answer key can be saved for just the teachers, but it's just a little interactive thing that they can do for the students. I also wanted to make sure that the students were getting information about the different food chains before they start the assignment. So during the week 1 Monday, then I wanted to have them look through this presentation. So I made a who's eating who and then going through it. It just gives them some information about the different things like producers, consumers, and I added little GIFs from slides directly. So I was able to take GIFs off of Google to make it, and then as they go through, then it just kind of captures their attention by having different moving elements to it. But it allows them to break that down, especially before they start doing the drag and drop activity on Google Slides. And then just to finish off, then this is what I had been typing into ChatGPT to make sure that they could pull from it. So I have them doing like different challenges that I could upload in Goose Chase, and so that helped a lot. So I wanted to make a challenge about getting into groups and creating a team name. So I did the Team Spirit, and then as you can see in Goose Chase, then Team Spirit is the name of the challenge that I took from ChatGPT. Same thing whenever I was making the drag and drop, then I had ChatGPT label the different producer, primary consumer, etc. For the different elements. And then it gave me all of these, and then I told it to just do it basic. So it simplified it for me. For Gemini, then I was asking it to make a photo showing elementary school students what a food chain looks like. And then beforehand, then this is the one that I had used for the jigsaw puzzle. It's the desert one. And then Magic AI, I was able to create a third grade lesson, 5 to 10 slides over food chains, set to teaks, make easy to understand. And then this is what I use to create the Google Slides over what the food chains are. And so that is what I worked on this week. And so that concludes our web conference over our time logs for week 6.